Alright, update number 50, 11, and 1. So the old Rocketman and his jet cart went to Cletus McFarlane's Freedom Factory last night, and for the Tour of Destruction. That was a really good show, and I had a really good time. I look forward to the next one, and maybe next one's in like December. We'll probably definitely go before then. We'll see what kind of other events pop up. It is a little bit of a drive, about 3 hours from here, because it's clear across almost coast to coast in Florida from where I'm at here in old Melbourne. But anyway, I'll give you a quick little update. Got the igniter box back in, and we'll test that, see how long that lasts. Hindsight, I probably need to build a couple of those, maybe some different versions of it, but I'd like to have like a couple of them ready to go, because the last thing I want is to get this thing fueled up, get out to the runway, have everybody watching, and then that thing just not work. And the same goes for, I need to stock up on extra parts. I need some extra pumps, get some extra tires. This one holds air, that one does not, and I'm assuming those hold air, maybe. Oh yeah, rock hard. I don't know if you guys saw in the other video, but we do have some brake action. I gotta put don't let me forget, I gotta put a cotter pin in that. But a problem that I was having was one of those calipers was locked up, and no matter how many times I pumped the pedal and tried to bleed the brakes, I could not get that caliper unstuck. But we finally got it. She freed up. I finished bolting the seat in, so that's solid. I'm still waiting for those the new exhaust gas temperature gauges to come in. So we got the old ones in, and they work, but the new ones, they'll be all nice and pretty. They'll light up. So I don't think the light works in that one. But it is what it is. I really don't need it. I really don't plan on firing this thing up at night. Well, maybe we will. I won't be riding it at night, so it's not super critical. Let's see, what else have we got? Fuel supply line is finally put in from the fuel tank up to the pump. Now we just have to run a return line. So I gotta take this tank off, take this to the welder, and have him weld in that little piece I showed you guys. And then once I have that return hose hooked up, all I gotta do is put in that little knob, the little valve to control. It's on the return line, so it controls pressure of the fuel going back to the tank. Once we close that valve off, the fuel pressure has nowhere else to go but through the filter and through the nozzles, spray into the combustion chamber. What else have I been working? Oh, this is what I've been working on. So I decided that they used to have like a paintball tank sitting back behind the seat here, and it had a solenoid, which is this little guy here. It's a like a NOS solenoid for a car, and what they would do is they'd hit the switch. This little solenoid would open, and it would allow the compressed CO2 to flow into the turbine, spool the turbine up, and then once you get the turbine up to, I don't know, 50,000 RPM, 20,000 RPM maybe, then you would turn the fuel on and hit the igniters, and hopefully you get some combustion fire, make it happen inside here, and that gas expansion spools up your turbine, and the vicious cycle of life, you know, spins up the compressor, compresses air into the combustion chamber. Yeah, you get it. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to do here. Try to get this thing installed, and it's just got a what do they call it? Just like a quick release. So what I'm going to do is actually have like a tank not mounted to the go-kart. I want to say Andy Morris has this, probably a similar setup on his cart, because I've seen in the videos he carries an external tank, and he just plugs it in, starts up the cart with that compressed air, and then he unplugs it once he's completed the starting cycle. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do something like this. And I got some Home Depot bracketry. We'll figure out a place to mount this little rascal. Meanwhile, I gotta make a bracket for the fuel lines here. They're just kind of laying in here, you know. There's nothing bad never comes of that, but yeah, make this look all nice and pretty in here. Make it look like a real life professional put this thing together, you know, not just some schmuck. Another thing I gotta do, I think I showed you guys the valve for controlling the oil pressure, and I tried fitting it in here and it's not going to fit. So I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board and figure something out. And, you know, an option could be cut the hose up here, cut the hose and put the valve up there somewhere. I mean, it's always a feasible possibility. Or another thing I could do, just unbolt this housing for the oil filter and just kind of relocate it, and then with the new control valve, and that would be option B and a half. I think too, we gotta finish mounting these guys in here. They're just kind of sitting in here. I did order some brackets, so the front will be mounted down, but I really don't have anything in the back. They're just kind of resting on there. Yeah, that's safe. Yeah, I was gonna come back to that. Okay, I got other stuff I gotta do. But anyway, that's where we're at.